Hey guys, can you hear me? Surprise. Look, I got my hair cut. Surprise, surprise. You guys happy that I'm live? That I surprised you all? Hey, Monica, Margarita, for the ride. Lisa. Hey, Jeff. Thank you for being a moderator. Sham, JD, Stacy, Johnny, Understanding, Texas, JDK, Donna, Larry, Michael James, Fred. This thing is going so fast I can't catch up. Papa G, what's up? You know I refractured my hand, right? I'm just so accident prone. It's crazy. But I'm feeling better. I've been taking a lot of y'all's advice, and I'm really feeling better. They finally, you guys like my hair short? What do you think? Or long? Better. Oh, Frederick, I got a whole article on that meeting in Kurdistan. I'm gonna go over that on this live. Thanks, Frederick. Thanks, Jeff, Donna, Rosa. How's the sound, guys? Can you guys hear me? No background noise? Keisha, what's up, chick? Like another minute and I'll get started. Sorry that I went live so late, but things just keep coming in. So instead of doing a video update, I just decided to go live. Matayo, hello, from America. He's you're from the UK. How is the UK? Thank you, Keisha, AC, Normie. Normie, I'm going over that too. T-Bone, the XRP lawsuit. Queen Raina, hello, Sammy. Arlette, Sammy D, I'm going to talk about the whole digital thing as well. Jason Lee, Duty Sales. Guys, Keisha is very, very important to me. She's a very, very important person in my life. When a person has my back, and so is Jeff. When a person has my back, I appreciate them forever. These two people are very, very dear and close to my heart. And I just want them both to know how much I appreciate them. I heard Frank was hyped and very excited. Frank is such a good man. He's such a good man. And I told you all, like, I learned everything that I know. And, the whole Dinar thing and researching, I learned it all from Frank. He's like my hero. And I was cracking up when he called, what did he call her? Carrot Top? I was dying. I was like, you go, Frank. Frank is just kind. And in my opinion, just straight, like, facts. Even though, like, it's his opinion, he knows exactly what he's talking about. Okay, please like, subscribe, and share, guys. Jeffrey Parker, what wrong information are we putting out? Well, then you can go to the other site where they're telling you that Handle Forex, which is actually a cryptocurrency, is the dinars trading at $2 and $1. It's crypto against the IQD. It's not the actual rate. Who's upset with Frank, Gigi? Nico, what's up? Nico, do you mind putting in chat that bank that in California, was it a Chase or Wells Fargo that you had a good experience with? Stacy Q, Johnny, I think Nader and Frank worked things out. Nico, can you say, if you don't mind, like, in chat, basically, did they know about the whole reinstatement and the global reset? And if you could just give, like, what part of California? I'm gonna get started in about a minute. God, there's so many disgusting, ugh. Oh yeah, they had a little, you know, thing, but it's all, I think it's over with already. Hello, Mr. Wobbly from Scotland. Yes, Gigi, I do. All right, Johnny, as soon as I get started, I will explain. Yeah, there are a lot of trolls on. All right, I'm going to get started. So the first thing I want to talk about is Iraq just had their New Year, and Fridays are usually their holy days. Well, today, the House of Representatives is working. And an article came out today talking about that an imminent agreement between Erbil and Baghdad to re-export region's oil and settle the salaries of employees will be reached imminently. Well, doesn't that sound like the HCL to you guys? The re-exports of Kurdistan oil through Somo. Hold on. Increasing international pressure of federal government to ensure transparency of resource management amid the escalation of Kurdish demands of the salaries and the oil. And what else happened is the federal judge that has Article 12C-2, 12-2, that's the one that has the new rate in it, in my opinion, is back in Iraq and Kurdistan. And he's the one that has to make the ruling. Well, they need a rate. They need an evaluation for that. So that's one thing. The whole Iran, like the U.S., even though I don't really want to talk about it, bombing Iran, the nuclear plants, that actually sped this whole thing up. It's Kim Clement's prophecy coming to fruition. So basically what's going to happen is Iran, in my opinion, is still going to change their currency, guys. Iran is still going to change their currency. Because, and look, the Mr. T just dropped sanctions, certain economic sanctions of Iran. Did you guys see that? Why would he do that? There's no coincidences, in my opinion. Their supreme leader is apparently very sick. So it's all a new regime coming in. They don't have everything that Kim Clement prophesied. He said, when things seem at their worst, I'm going to free my people. Okay? the dinar. The things seem pretty bad right now. And I don't believe in coincidences. Now, Johnny, to answer your question, he asked why the big, beautiful bill? What does it have to do with the reset and the Iraqi dinar? So it doesn't, basically, doesn't go like completely together. But what it does do is, you know, the other party is against Mr. T and trying to block everything that Mr. T does. So the dinar revaluing pays off our debt. That's why, and it has to be done prior to this bill being passed, is what I'm being told. So that Mr. T looks good in all of this. Plus the TIR, they cannot operate at 1310. Tariffs, taxes, everything that they're doing. They're building things like, you know, Baghdad is supposed to be like doing, like, they want all their streets clean, like all this stuff. You know, they're building new hotels, new this, new that. You think they're doing that with 1310? I don't think so. The World Bank would not give them a loan unless they knew they were going to make money and they were going to pay it back. So Johnny, it doesn't go like, it goes hand in hand to kind of answer your question better. Does that make sense? The Vietnamese dong, all the currencies are going together, guys. That's my opinion. Take it for what it is. You know, you could listen to me, you don't have to. But I've always been told all the currencies will go together, which is Iraq, Vietnam, Indonesia, and Iran, in my opinion. Followed by Zimbabwe and possibly the Venezuelan Bolivar. A lot of people are saying the Venezuelan Bolivar will be in the first basket. I don't really study it, but, you know, I have people like my team, they tell me that it is going in the first basket. Terry Skinner saying, everyone says not at 1310. Let me ask you a question. Have they paid the salaries? No, they have not. Have they, is the oil flowing? No, it's not. The Cyan port, the TIR is not really doing anything. You know, the SCADA system, none of that stuff is, the budget isn't open. Nothing is done. Why aren't they doing it if they're gonna, if they were gonna do it at 1310? They're not. The World Bank literally just gave them almost, I think it was like $500 million loan. You think they would give it to them if they knew they weren't going to get that back? The IMF, they all are, they have to change their currency. I'm going to go over the news about XRP. First, I still got to talk about the dinar. The federal judge has the budget tables. Article 12-2C, in my opinion, is the article that has the new exchange rate in it. And apparently, who watched Frank tonight? I haven't watched them, but I'll watch them later. I heard he had a really good YouTube. 900 million. Thank you, R39. So almost $1 billion. $1 billion. You think they would lend it to them if they weren't going to make money off of it? Was Frank's YouTube good? Now, I also want to talk about this handle Forex on Coinbase. That is not the rate of the Iraqi dinar. That is a lie, okay? It is crypto compared to the IQD, compared to the VND. It is not the rate, guys. It is false. It is not true. Don't fall for it, please. Because that's being used to get people to pay for different things that is just not. Please don't believe that. Please. Yeah, and she was also saying that Frank takes her information. Who wants her? She's like way behind. Like, we already get the information like 2-3 days before she even gets it. What did he say? Yeah, I heard it was really good. So Aki's the one that has the bank in Michigan, right? And the other guy is the one that works for the bank in Iraq. Am I correct? Yes, Johnny, exactly. Buildings and roads are being built, and other countries are investing. If you were, president or prime minister of a country, would you invest in something if you knew you weren't going to get a return on your investment? Hey, Robin. Well, is he going back to the bank? Because if he's going to the bank, that means, in my opinion, the rate is literally like within hours. And did you guys hear that Mr. T wants all this done prior to July 4th? See right here. Thank you, R39. Aki boss told him to be back at the bank by Monday because they're waiting on the new rate. And that's in mine and R39's opinion. Didn't Mr. T say we're going to have like all these months of celebration? SCV, that's in Frank's opinion. Yeah, and Mr. T staying at the White House all weekend to get this bill done. And did you guys see what I posted in my posts from Charlie Ward? He gives really good info in that short. BX, in my opinion, and from what I'm hearing, the big bill goes hand in hand with the reset. I don't know, Johnny. Haters will always hate. I just don't pay him no mind. Jeffrey, nobody's calling. We're just giving an opinion. If you don't like, my opinion, you don't have to be here. Go to the scammer's channel. She'll give you great intel from her fake military sources. Vietnam is signed trade deals with the United States. Understanding self. He's asking about Vietnamese dong. Let's talk about. Do you guys have any more questions about Iraq and the IQD? Hi, Kelly. Thank you for coming on. Johnny, in my opinion, and from what I'm hearing, 2 to 225 for the Vietnamese dong. And in my opinion, it will come out the same time. They all are. Scott, he's asking, please repeat the top currencies that possibly will revalue. In my opinion, Iraq dinar, Vietnamese dong, Indonesian rupiah, Iranian rial, Zimbabwe, and possibly the Venezuelan bolivar. And there's a bunch of other ones that are going to up their value in the Middle East. Like Jordanian dinar, the Saudis, Kuwait already increased their value. Dubai, well, United Arab Emirates. Jeffrey, I'm giving my opinion. A lot of people want the Bolivar. A lot of people. The Vietnamese dong is, it's a great investment because it's cheap to get and you get huge return on your investment with the VND. And another thing, guys, if you call the bank and the bank is willing to talk to you about your investment and they're willing to set up an appointment with you, go to the appointment, talk to them about it. Don't not go to the bank. Talk to them. Make yourself known. Get ready, because once it goes, they're going to call you to come in to exchange. You know what I mean? Ask your questions, you know. And as soon as it changes on the CBI, believe me, I will be on. I don't care what time it is. I will come on live. I will go through everything with you. I will talk you through things. I will tell you what to do, who to call, what to say. You know, I will be right there with you, making sure you guys, you know what's going on. If it goes in the middle of the night, I got people that are watching this all the time. So I will be on. Rupees India. I think they already upped their value. I will not leave you guys hanging. You don't need any strategies to take the money and run. You need to do what you need to do. You're exchanging currency for currency, money for money. That's what you're doing, okay? You're going to go to the bank and you're going to exchange your currency. And then you're going to diversify. This is not financial advice. But, you know, crypto, real estate, gold and silver, gold, they're going to skyrocket. Larry, in some cases, in my opinion, there might be NDAs. He's asking if I believe in NDAs. I think for groups, they will have NDAs. I think people with huge amount, like whales, will have NDAs, in my opinion. Danver G, which European countries will RV soon? I heard Russia, but I can double check on that for you. All about the journey. Will the currency sell at a new rate? So they're going to, once the rate changes, like about to change on the CBI, they will stop selling. As soon as it changes, they'll start selling it again at the new rate. Now, say you order the currency tonight, right? Say you order at 11:45 p.m. At midnight, say the rate changes. So because you ordered at 11:45, you're still going to get the currency you ordered. But if you want more, you're going to have to get it at the new rate. Johnny Walker, in my opinion, I would get it pretty quick. I would jump on crypto and gold and silver like pretty quick. I don't think you're going to have long, in my opinion, before it all skyrockets. I'm going to bring up XRP really quick. So I know you guys all heard what happened, and that Ripple and the SEC agreed to drop appeals and end their legal battle. Brad Garlinghouse posted that today. And he said, his exact quote was, "We're closing this chapter once and for all and focusing on what's most important, building the internet of value." And also today, Bank of America said they're using XRP for payments, like cross-border, like transactions. They made that announcement. The new systems, everything is just, things are just changing rapidly. Cryptos that I recommend, that I think are going to explode, in my opinion, are XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR. I do have some Bitcoin, but I think, in my opinion, XRP is going to surpass Bitcoin due to the fact that XRP is faster, it's cheaper, and banks are using it. So imagine how much money banks are spending on their transactions. That's why all the countries are using XRP. Dubai is using XRP. Vietnam, they're all changing to digital. Just like your exchange, you're going to get it digitally put into your account. Denver, actually, Russia is already using XRP. And they're backing their Putin is going to back their currency with gold. Look into that. Oh, Crypto Critic, what did he tell you to invest with them with? You should have told them, why should I sell my IQD? I bought it. Did you get it from Chase? Because Chase used to sell it. Well, Nico, as soon as the currencies go, you can get all your cryptos back. My favorite is Quant, but it's expensive. I love Quant. But I think the coins that I named, there's a couple more. I don't know if you guys watch Crypto Hawk. He's got, he like knows everything there is to know about cryptos. I would recommend you watch him. So let me just explain real quickly. XRP is going to be used for cross-border payments, like bank-to-bank transactions, like different transactions that like central banks will use. Say like, I don't know, Bank of America to Chase, like bank transactions. XLM is peer-to-peer, so it's like Venmo or Cash App. And XDC is like bonds and all that's like stocks and all that. So that's what they're used for. Quant, Nancy. Quant. Punky Orbit. I personally don't like Coinbase. I got some cryptos stolen off that exchange. I like Uphold. I like Kraken. Shiba Inu, I have some. I don't know. I have some. I mean, it's possible, but yeah, Crypto Hawk on YouTube. That guy knows his stuff. Larry, that's correct. XRP Gold, XLM Silver. Arculus, I have an Arculus wallet too, Nico. And guys, if you want a good crypto brokerage, Caleb and Brown is what you should look into after the currencies revalue. Denver, email and I'll look that up for you and let you know. Nico, he cracks me up, but he definitely knows his shit. I'm actually sponsored by Caleb and Brown. They just sponsored me. I had crypto stolen from Coinbase. And Handle Forex is crypto. It has nothing to do with no rate. And let me ask you a question. If she has military intel, how come they didn't know when Maliki got arrested? Everybody knew, but they didn't know? How is that possible? Queen Reina, Caleb and Brown is a crypto brokerage. You can buy your crypto. You could store your crypto with them. They're very, very helpful. They help you with everything. They work with you. They like help you. AF, are you kidding me? Who's contact? Who's a janitor? That is hilarious. And why does it, like when I heard she shows pictures, but their face is covered? Why is their face covered? What are they afraid of? Yeah, Jamie T, that's a good point. You guys know that banks are going to be offering custody for your crypto, especially for your XRP. And you earn money on that. I would... SCV, you know, it's just horrible to scam people and lie, and it's just, I don't know. It just makes me sick, especially in these times. When Kim Clement said things are going to get bad and ugly, things, in my opinion, have gotten really bad and real ugly. No, Gigi, I don't have any Mr. T crypto. Why would military risk themselves to... Dude, she gets her articles from Shafak News, and then she reads Dinar Guru recaps or whatever, the stuff off of Twitter. That's all she does. Watch Q Idiot. He shows a lot of stuff. Yes, BX here. You basically loaning your XRP to the bank with an interest rate. That's what that is. Yes, it's called custody. Angel, I'm feeling better. I'm eating a whole lot though. I gotta stop. Yeah, AF. And then she was saying that Frank gets his information from her. How crazy is that? That's like out of this world. When I heard she said that, I was like, what? Frank has been doing this for like 20 years. He's got the best intel and the best sources. Like, she's just disgusting. Not even worth talking about. And her one mod is a pyro. He wants to like arson people's houses. Wolverine always says that it's going. It's going. LS, from all of them. From Mark, from Militiaman, from Frank, from all of them. Jason, I don't study the Venezuelan Bolivar. I said there's a big possibility it could go in the first basket, but I didn't give a rate. Night Breeze, in my opinion, yes. Yes. Because they're working, like right now, the House of Representatives, on the oil and the salaries. They want to resolve it. They can't resolve. If they were going to do that at 1310, they would have been done it. They're not. There's a new rate. And the federal judge who has the Article 12-2C, that's the one, in my opinion, that has the rate. He just came back to Iraq from London, and he's supposed to make a ruling. Mountain Goat is really good, yes. Straight facts. No bullshit with Mountain Goat. Is that a man or a woman? Does anybody know? Mountain Goat? Gigi, Quant. I just, for some reason, I just love that coin. I only have one. Kelly, I would just prepare. Guys, I would really start preparing. Just start thinking about what you're going to do. You know, what cryptos. Because remember, you know, things are not good, and right now it's just, situation is bad. So you got to like prepare yourself. You got to make sure that, you know, you make money off your newfound wealth. Generational wealth, guys. That's what is important. Generational wealth. You want to make more money off your money. You know what I mean? So that your children, their children, their children have wealth forever. Mountain Goat is straight facts. And I don't know if you saw, but Frank talked about extra insurance you can get on top of the FDIC insurance. If anybody like heard that, if they could put it in chat. And apparently Militiaman went away and said that he might be getting, in his opinion, no, I don't think he said it in his opinion, good news over the weekend. I'm saying that that's what I heard in my opinion. And Kim Clement also prophesied about earthquakes. Iran just had one. Who else just had a big earthquake? No, it wasn't Lloyd's of London. It was another. SIPC. It's 500,000 if you guys want to write that down. Lloyd's of London is a good one too. Hi, Cindy. Oh, you're in Hawaii. Aloha to you. Yeah, Iran, and there was another country that had a big earthquake. Punky, yeah, I'm from New York. Philippines, I see, had a big earthquake. Japan. Night breeze, in my opinion, yes. All the currencies will go together. Did you guys see SGN on John Dowling? And also David Mahoney. Excellent, excellent interviews. You guys should watch. All right, guys, I'm going to take a couple more questions. But yeah, the federal judge is back, and they're working on their holy day. So the two things we're waiting for is for Iran to completely just, give in, and for the stock market to go down. But think about this logically. If Aki is told by his boss, per Frank, right, to be back at the bank on Monday, what does that tell you guys? When do you, in your opinion, do you think the rate should come out? And if Mr. T wants this done before July 4th, and this bill they're working all weekend to make it happen, when, in your opinion, do you think logically the rate should come out? Marge, I'm going to be live immediately as soon as I get a call telling me that it has changed on the CBI. And I will go through everything. You guys can ask me all the questions you want. And it doesn't cost you anything. I will help you with everything. Thank you, Woody. Hey, how are you? And for my members, I'm going to be posting stuff in the for my members. If you guys want to be, like, my membership is $1.99. You can go under the membership tab and sign up. Yeah, well, Kim Clement's prophecies are just coming to fruition every day. Denver, my family is actually from Moscow. In my opinion, they've been changed the rate. They're not, like, the contracts that they did sign, they're not using that 1310, in my opinion. And notice in the articles when they talk about oil or whatever, they're not mentioning how much. They're just like how much, like the rate. They're just mentioning the amount of oil, the amount of barrels. They're not mentioning the rate. Sal, Tupol, привет. I love Call of Duty. Oh, you speak Arabic? Punky Orbit. Kim Clement said it would be soon after the Iran thing. The nuclear plants. Remember, it's on God's timing. This is all very well planned out. Very well planned out. They know exactly when they're releasing this thing publicly. Nico, exactly. They're not using 1310. That's how they got all those countries to invest in them. And the World Bank and everybody just wants to go. Iraq is going to be the next Dubai. Thank you, Woody. Thank you. You're watching a big show, in my opinion. Listen, I thank God every day. All right, guys, I'm going to come back on again tomorrow. I'll be on a lot this weekend because my gut is really just, I'll be on just answering questions, giving you updates, whether it's video, short lives, but I'll be on a lot this weekend. So I'm going to post my live for tomorrow. Thanks, Jeff and Keisha and Robin, for coming on. And I will post, hi, Scott. I will post the live. This was like a last minute surprise live. You know what, guys? Next live, if after we're done answering questions, if you guys here and Keisha wants to share, Keisha could tell you her experiences with a certain individual. And if anybody had any bank experiences, I have a couple bank stories. I'll go over them on tomorrow's live. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? Bye.